The following is the lesson for January 31st for 7th grade. Worked with Katya again today. But first, let's go over a few reminders. First, your fire discussion was due last night at midnight. If you haven't gotten that in yet, please make sure to do that. Also, your vocabulary assignment, the first one was due last night at midnight. Okay? If you haven't turned those in, please get them done. Okay? They will be appearing on eCampus and on Skyward as zeros if they are not in yet. And your monthly reading assignment is due tonight at midnight. Alright, so you have some work to do. Make sure you're getting it done. Right? We have a new intern in class today. If you didn't get the chance to meet him because you were absent, his name is Mr. Foisey. He's going to be helping me out over the next semester. And he'll be doing a fair share of teaching himself. So, if you have not seen him yet, make sure you introduce yourself to him when you get back. Alright, so I want to go over the last few Katyas. There's been 5 that we have not yet covered. So, basically, that's all we did for today. We kind of went over what needs to be done correction-wise. So for number 30, it needs to be indented. New paragraph, new idea. There's a comma after young, because there's 2 adjectives there. There's a comma after tight and after ribbed, because there's 3 adjectives describing her top. Okay. Equally tight kind of expresses the same idea that go together, so they should be hyphenated. Medium length describes her hair, so that should also be hyphenated. And you see bird's tail feathers, that should be the apostrophe after the S. There's multiple birds here, so that's where the apostrophe comes after the S. And for once in his life is a dependent clause that would be separated from the sentence by commas, and commonly means attractive. Okay, so number 31. In case you're wondering how to pronounce that word, it is pronounced pulchritudinous. Okay, so definitely a long one. Alright, should look like this one. By the way, is another one of those dependent clauses, right? So it needs to be separated by commas, because you can actually remove it from the sentence and it will still make sense. Okay. Another comma after students, because but he couldn't place her is a separate sentence. Okay. And then you have the conjunction but, which kind of attributes or combines the 2 sentences. Couldn't should have an apostrophe in it. Rose should have a comma after it. And then vision should have quotation marks around it. The reason being is because he's not talking about his actual eyesight vision. He's calling her a vision. So he's kind of using a slang term there. Okay. Now, pulchritudinous, okay, we're kind of looking at this girl here. She seems to be catching Sam's eye, right? So we know that she's pretty. So when he's describing her as pulchritudinous, he's saying the same thing. Okay, he doesn't really know her as of yet, so he just sees that she's physically beautiful. Okay, not exactly a complimentary word that you would expect to find, but it actually is one. And tresses we've had before, it means hair braids. 32. Okay, this is a novel twist. Right? Now, everyone knows that a novel is a book. Okay, let me go through here first. Right? In this case, novel means new and different. Okay, this is a direct quote, so there are quotation marks. And there's a single quotation mark against hot with the 2 T's. That is not a misspelling. That is actually how he's going to spell it, because he wants to dignify that it has 2 T's instead of 1. So he's describing how she looks. And the TS, capital TS, should remain as is with a single apostrophe after it. So having 3 in a row, that actually is accurate. Okay? And then the word busily writing, you're going to move further up into the sentence itself and separate it by commas. Okay? 33 has 2 different indentions, okay, different ideas and such. So when he's speaking, so you need to have that in quotation marks, have the commas there, okay, comma after Vivian, comma after progressed, the number 8, okay, if you notice here, it is the number. If you notice here, it is written out. Any number that is under 100 should be written out, okay, it's a good rule to follow. And of course, unison means together or at the same time. Which brings me to 34, which is the one that you should be working on for today. Okay? So, also quotation marks, so this is someone speaking, so you're going to have an indentation. Danny Dapper should be capitalized, as should Isabel. Okay, and then you have a comma after good, comma after vindictive, because someone just finished speaking, period at the end. Now, abhorrent and vindictive. Let's take a look at that sentence. Most of the girls think he is so handsome and good, but I think he is abhorrent and vindictive. Okay, so most think he's handsome and good, but I think kind of implies, okay, those two words are probably not going to be very friendly, and they're not. Okay, abhorrent is detestable, loathsome, basically really, really bad, kind of really, really annoying, really, really bad. Okay, vindictive is vengeful, wanting revenge. So basically, if you were to do something to him he didn't like, you could expect to be, you expect him to come back at you. Okay, and that's what she experiences that with a grimace, which is that kind of disapproving or pained facial expression, kind of like when you stub your toe on a rock or a brick or something. It's like, ooh, that's a grimace. Okay. After that, we pretty much just went to the book fair, and that was it for the day. So that concludes the lesson of the day.